Hi, I'm Jason from Fundly. In the last tutorial, we talked about setting up a gradient background so that you could customize using Sky Studio. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how you can use a custom Cubemap image to have like a beautiful, detailed environment background instead of just using a simple gradient. This is a common technique to be able to get a lot of detail with great performance in video games. Adding a Cubemap is really simple. Let's just take a look at our Sky profile. You'll notice right now that gradient background is selected, which is why you see a gradient background. So we're just going to go ahead and deselect that. You'll notice now the Sky properties down here have changed. Now it says Sky Cubemap and it's empty. We can just go ahead and assign a Cubemap directly into here. I found one on the Unity Asset Store called Milky Way. If you want to follow along, the asset's called Milky Way Skybox by Adam Veliki, and it's free. Thanks, Adam. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the scene, and I'm just going to go and drag his Cubemap into Sky Studio. There you go. You'll notice his Cubemap is now rendering into it, and he has an outer space Cubemap, which is really cool, so it doesn't make sense with our terrain. So let's go ahead and just hide our terrain and hide the flag. Now you can see his Cubemap rendering all the way around. So in our previous tutorial, we set up some stars to render only at the top, and that's because we had terrain and we only wanted the stars above us. But now that we're in an outer space scene, let's go ahead and make some changes to our stars. So let's scroll down. I usually make the stars bigger at first, just so you can see them and see what you're doing. Let's go ahead and use a custom texture, because that always looks nicer. Go to star 1. This is we'll go ahead and pick it from scratch here. Star-1 is a star that we include. You can use custom textures for your stars in Sky Studio, and that's a feature unique to Sky Studio that other assets don't have. And let's go ahead and bring the size of the stars up. So here you can see the stars are at the top. Let's bring them all the way down to the bottom. If you remember from our background gradient tutorial, that's controlled by the star start position. So let's just bring that to 0. And let's take the star transition length down to 0 as well. That's the distance that the stars will fade in at. We don't want to fade in at all. We just want 360 stars all the way around us. So now you can see we have a galactic scene using the Cubemap with animated stars. We could go into a lot more detail here about bringing in additional star layers with different star types and different star sizes, but I think that's an artistic exercise that doesn't need to be explored in this tutorial anymore. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you in the next video.